The film begins with a group of Navy SEALs emerging and killing several insurgents. They're searching for someone as they move through the ruins of a building and the streets of Aleppo. As they clear the building, Agent Ritter appears and gives them instructions to rescue a CIA hostage held by Syrian government troops. After a quick briefing from Ritter, the team leader, John Kelly, redirects his group to another part of the city. The team launches an assault on a suspicious building and successfully rescues the captives. After the mission, Kelly searches the pockets of a dead Syrian soldier and discovers through his phone data that he was a former Russian army soldier. Ritter tells him to drop the matter and evacuate as soon as possible. As they leave, a Russian unit fires an RPG at them. Kelly and his squad retaliate and soon realize the place wasn't a Syrian stronghold but a Russian weapons depot. In the middle of a fierce battle, they and the freed hostage escape to the rooftop, where a helicopter awaits. Aboard the helicopter, Kelly blames Ritter for the death of his men at the hands of the Russians. Shortly after, they destroy the building before escaping. Later, one of Kelly's former teammates, now retired and enjoying time with his family at home, is run over by a van in front of his house. Soon after, another ex-team member is killed on the road by unknown attackers. These people were part of the team that had helped rescue the CIA hostage in Aleppo 3 years earlier. While Kelly and his wife are getting ready for bed one night, he gets up to have a snack on the couch and listen to some music. Suddenly, his laptop shuts off, and he realizes the house's electricity has been cut. He hears footsteps and a door opening, so he grabs his revolver from a drawer and follows the sound. Kelly discovers several people have broken into his house. The intruders murder his pregnant wife while Kelly eliminates the attackers one by one. Just as he's about to kill the last one, he is shot and injured. The attacker, out of bullets, escapes the house. Kelly manages to crawl into the bedroom to check on his wife, but she is already dead. Shortly after, he is taken to the hospital. After some time, Kelly wakes up and receives a visit from his Navy SEALs captain, Karen Greer, who informs him about the murder of his wife and 2 former SEAL teammates. She also mentions the security measures implemented to protect the remaining team members. Kelly assures her that the attackers were not common burglars but professionals, and that they came with a clear purpose. He asks her to help him identify the attackers, but she claims to have no information and advises him to rest while the case is under investigation. Eventually, Kelly recovers and joins a U.S. Army Special Operations team. Meanwhile, the Secretary of Defense holds a meeting with agents Ritter and Greer. During the discussion, Ritter reports that the attackers were Russian soldiers, members of the FSB, Russia's Federal Security Service. He explains that Kelly and his team had previously attacked the FSB in Aleppo to rescue the CIA hostage, and now the Russians are retaliating. He also mentions that the CIA has decided not to retaliate against these events or Russia and will instead continue investigating. Later, Karen returns to Kelly and informs him that the Russians were indeed responsible for the murder of his wife and friends. She also tells him that the CIA will halt the investigation, but as a personal favor, she gives him the files of the passport facilitators who helped the Russians enter the United States. Among them is Andrei, who assisted their entry into the country. With this information, Kelly begins his plan to avenge the death of his wife and teammates. First, he goes to Andrei's office pretending to be a drunk man. Andrei's security throws him out. Later, Kelly returns to his truck and decides to chase them on the road. During the pursuit, he rams Andrei's car at a turn, blocking it to prevent escape. Kelly sets the car on fire and gets inside. He shoots Andrei in the leg and demands to know the identity of the 4th Russian team member. After resisting, Andrei finally reveals that his name is Viktor Rykov. The protagonist exits the vehicle and is arrested by the police. Karen visits Kelly in prison and informs him that he's in serious trouble for killing Andrei. Everyone at the office is upset with his behavior, as now the Russians will retaliate. However, Kelly tells her he will kill everyone involved in his wife's murder. He also says he knows something they don't, and if they want to learn it, they must get him out of jail. When Kelly returns to his cell, he notices movement outside. An officer orders him to stand and face the wall for interrogation, but he refuses. 3 officers try to remove him by force, but Kelly resists, threatens to kill one of them, and demands they leave him alone. Shortly after, a U.S. Marshal arrives at the prison and invites Kelly to come with him. He hands him a phone to speak with someone. When he answers, Kelly hears Karen, who asks him to cooperate with the marshal. The protagonist is transferred to a secret meeting in an unidentified military facility where he is asked to share the classified information he possesses. Kelly reveals Viktor Rykov's name and is invited to identify photos that could match him. Although Agent Ritter claims Viktor is dead, Kelly recognizes him in the images. Ritter explains that Viktor is a Russian spy involved in various activities in the U.S. and that he's been a long-time CIA target, though never captured. The Secretary of Defense informs them that Viktor is hiding in Russia. Kelly demands to be part of the team that will capture him, and the Secretary agrees. Kelly, Karen, and their team prepare to board a plane bound for Russia. Ritter joins the mission, but Kelly distrusts him and decides to remain vigilant. During the flight, the aircraft is intercepted by the Russian Air Force, which demands they land at the Murmansk airport. When the pilot refuses, the Russians fire at one of the plane's wings, causing it to crash into the Barents Sea within Russian territory. Kelly and his team survive the crash and take shelter in a safe house in Russia. Later, they head to another safe house in Murmansk, where they discover Ritter negotiating with 2 Russians. Kelly confronts him, accuses him of betrayal, and forces him to reveal his true intentions. Ritter explains that he arrived after the plane attack, assuming everyone was dead, and that he hired the Russians to guide them to Viktor. Kelly is about to kill him, but Karen convinces him to stay calm. Eventually, Ritter leads them to Viktor's apartment. There, Kelly finds Viktor's bodyguards dead and Viktor himself wearing a suicide vest, waiting for them. Viktor says he knew Kelly and his team were coming for him and insists he wasn't the one who ordered Kelly's wife's murder. He also hints that someone orchestrated all of this to make them kill each other. Before Kelly can stop him, Viktor detonates the vest, killing himself. After the explosion, a sniper kills Dallas, one of Kelly's teammates. Although they manage to neutralize the snipers, the building is soon surrounded by Russian police and military forces. Kelly orders his team to escape while he stays behind to hold off the soldiers. He eventually escapes disguised as a Russian soldier. Kelly reunites with Karen, who takes him to a boat to flee Russia along with Ritter and the surviving team members. During the trip, Kelly confronts Ritter about Viktor and his ties to the CIA. Ritter shares his background and suggests Kelly disappear with a bag of money, promising to report to the CIA that he died in the operation. Kelly thanks him and apologizes for having suspected he was a traitor. Later, Kelly confronts Secretary Clay in a restaurant bathroom, demanding answers about his true motives for sending him to Russia. Clay admits he wanted to strain U.S.-Russia relations to strengthen the American economy and that the mission was designed to use Kelly and his team as bait, eliminating any suspicion from the governments. Furious, Kelly drives a car with Clay inside into a river, submerging it. Karen rescues him from the water, and Kelly hands over a recording of Clay's confession to the CIA. Before saying goodbye, Karen gives Kelly a new passport and asks him to start a new life under a different name, without forgetting her. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell so you never miss a recap. See you in the next one.